Well, hello, students and teachers in Prairie Rose. Welcome to December. We are so excited today to have you join us for some digital art. Just a few things to help us all roll along here as we get going today. I need to see that picture up there. So, the first thing that we want to talk about is the fact that today we're in a play and pause situation. So that means teachers, if your students need some extra time or you just need to get everything back, back on track, you can press pause because we're on YouTube. And a couple things, some of you have been letting us know in the YouTube chat. Thank you, teachers. We're so excited. Miss Nixdorf, what schools do we have here?
Well, it looks like we have schools from Bow Island Elementary, grade 2, big shout out. 7 Persons, grade 3. Burdette School, Mrs. Andrea's class, Mrs. Redmond's class at Irvin School. Oh, grade 3, 4 at Burdette School.
Oh, that must be Miss Groves, I bet. Okay, so this is what's going to happen, students. Your teachers can let us know some things in the YouTube chat, but that's not where you need to be. If you would like to contact us, because you can hear and see us, but we can't hear and see you, and there might be some things that we want to hear from you today. You can let us know what you're doing or how you're doing your art today, if you'd like, by opening up a new tab at the top of your browser and typing in the Omni box, bit.ly/PRPS, that's all lowercase, and the numbers 222. Those are our lucky numbers today. And so that is what we are going to do. So today we are going to be doing a winter theme piece of art. So we're going to be drawing a snowman. And we are going to be learning so many digital skills as we go ahead and draw our snowman. Mrs. Nixdorf, could you go and grab that sheet of paper off the desk for me there? I forgot that I needed that to get started. So what we would love it is, as you're getting on your Chromebooks, students will need a Chromebook because we're going to go into Google Slides and do art today. We would love it if you let us know what your name is and who's your teacher? What school are you coming from? So you might say your name, and then maybe you're from Ms. Dola's class, for example. So we can go ahead and do that. So far we have Justin and Cooper and Gavin. We don't know what school they're from, but we do have some students that are joining us there. Okay, so that's kind of a sideshow. Students, the most important thing that you're going to do is you're going to be joining us as we get started in a Google slide deck. So we're going to be creating some digital art. What you're going to do is you're going to come up to the top of your Chromebook and you're going to click on the plus in the toolbar or in the bar at the very top, and you're going to open a new tab. And then you're going to go slides.new. Slides.new. And you'll just click on, if you get a little pop-up like this, you may or may not everyone's getting this yet, blank slide. And then you're going to be in a document that looks like this. So in that blank slide, we're going to get rid of all the things. So you're going to, where it says click here, see that big blue box? We're going to hit backspace or delete. Got to be on the edge of it to get rid of it. So click on that box. Now, if I hit delete from the middle, it doesn't go away. But if I have my cursor, my pointer on the edge of it, and I hit delete or backspace, then it'll go away. We want a nice, clean page to get started from. Miss Nixdorf, whose students are we seeing today?
Oh my goodness, we've got lots here. Thomas at Irvin School. We've got Cooper from Miss Redmond's class, Jacob from Miss Andrea's class, Abby from Irvin, and Kinsley from Irvin.
Miss Redmond's students are ready to go. Way to go, Miss Redmond. Okay, so we are going to get started in our drawing. We're just going to jump right in and do that. So on your blank page, what we'd like to know, students, is if you're ready in Google Slides, you can type your name and put slides. That'll tell us that you're ready to go. Teachers, you can also let us know in that YouTube chat if you've been joining us there, if your students are ready. We're going to keep going anyways, but it's helpful if we let them if you let us know if you're ready. Now, remember, teachers, at any time you can press pause and take care of what you need to, and then turn us on when you're ready to go again. Okay, so the very first step, we've done that. We've removed all the existing boxes. So we have a slide that looks white, just like snow. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to start by changing the background color today, just because sometimes when we're working, it helps us know where things are a little bit.
Yeah,
so
we can see a little bit
we
better.
can see a little bit better. So I'm going to click on my slide, and I'm going to come up to the very top, and it should say background. And you'll get a little pop-up. And then there's this little downward arrow, looks like a tiny little carrot. And I'm going to click on there, and I'm going to pick something fairly light. Now, we can change this later. I'm going to go a nice light, I'm going to use a nice light blue today. And I'm going to hit done. All right, so now you can see that I have a nice light blue background. That's what we're going to be working on today. Okay, so we are ready to go. We have a blue background. Now what we're going to do is we're going to be using this next tab or this next button a lot. Up on the top, we are going to find insert. So it's file, edit, view, insert. We're going to click on that, and then we get this whole big list of things that we can insert. The thing that we're going to be inserting the most today is shapes. So insert, shape, and then I'm going to come to shapes. And then I'm going to click on this circle. Okay, now in my cursor, can you see my little cursor? It's a little plus sign. If I click and drag, I get an oval. I don't get a circle. So here's the first big trick today. We are going to learn so many tips. Instead of just clicking and dragging.
Well, we call these keyboard shortcuts, Mrs. Cannakins,
yes.
And you always remind me that there's so many I forget about that are helpful.
Yes. So now my little shapes tool is right here. So I can come, I don't have to go insert because I just used it. It's sitting in my toolbar, shapes, and go back to my circle. This time I'm going to click on the shift key with one finger, and then I'm going to click my cursor down and drag. And look at how that becomes a perfectly circle. Okay, so I'm going to click to get rid of that oval. Hopefully you didn't get an oval to start. And I'm going to take my circle. So now I have a circle. Now, with that circle, I would, if I click on the side, I could turn it back into an oval. I'm going to undo that because I don't want an oval. So with my circle, it's important that I pull down from the corners, right? So the corners will make that bigger. That's one way to make that bigger or smaller. But Mrs. Nixdorf, are you ready for this? I have another shortcut. So I'm going to click on my circle. It has to have the blue box around it. That blue box means that that object is live. That's where the action is going to happen. So I am going to click Control and the Alt key and the K, letter K. Look what happens. Control Alt K makes it bigger. Control Alt J makes it smaller. So Control Alt K bigger. Control Alt J makes it smaller. So we're going to start off. We want a snowman's head here. So I'm going to make his head a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go K, 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 Control Alt K. And that will be his head. All right. Now, in our slide deck today, we want to do things smarter, not harder. And I don't know if you know this. I know lots of you friends, but sometimes Mrs. Cannakins is a little bit lazy. So I like to take shortcuts. And so we are going to do another shortcut here. So I'm going to click on my circle. You can see it's selected because it has that blue live box around. Now, this is maybe the biggest, best shortcut ever. Your teachers might not even know this one, friends. If I go Control D.
D stands for duplicate.
Yes. I get another circle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down. I'm going to build a two-body snowman. So then I'm going to go Control Alt K again to make this bigger body down here. And so there's my snowman. And he might even sit off the bottom a little bit. Just see how my guy's kind of off the bottom of the screen. That's going to be okay. And I'm going to have I want a little space at the top. So now I have a 2-body snowman. Now, I kind of want his headpiece to be sitting on top of his body because he looks like he's going to tip over backwards. And I don't want that. So 2 ways that we can do that. Here's the long cut. If I 2-finger click on my Chromebook pad, I get a pop-up window, and then I get this little thing that says order, and I can say send backwards.
Oh, Mrs. Cannikins, we're going to work smarter, not harder.
Yes. So that's the long way. So if I 2-finger click on anything, oops, not that one. If I 2-finger click once, I get a pop-up and I get a bunch of controls there. However, I have another shortcut for that one. And so if I go, let's see here. If I just hit the control button and I click the up and down arrows, I can make it go up and down. Now we only have 2 things on our page right now. So it has 1 layer to go up and down. But once we get a whole bunch of things on the page, that might be pretty helpful. Okay.
Mrs. Cannikins, while you're getting ready for the next step, we have a bunch of shout outs from Bow Island Elementary. Perrin, Hallie, Ian, Hildy, Josie, Mark, Emma. There's lots of friends tuning in today. We hope that you're following along with Mrs. Cannikins as we build our snowman scene.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our snowman. We're going to remove the lines around our snowman. So I'm going to come up to his head. I should have done this before I duplicated him because that would have been smarter. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to the pen. So at the top, I want the little pen that says border color. Now, I don't want this pen over here that says highlight color. And I get all those colors. I want, if you see here, if I hover right beside the paint bucket, it's the border color. At the bottom, I'm going to hit transparent. And then you can see that little black line that was around the edge. So I'm going to, that goes away. So I'm going to click on this circle to get the blue box to make it live, come up to the border color. And then at the very, very bottom, I'm going to hit the transparent. And that takes away the border or the line. And so then he looks like a real nice snowman. And we can see how he's looking there. Okay. Now, right now, Miss Nicksdorf, did you know that I actually have a gray snowman instead of a white snowman? He's kind of gray.
He is. It's kind of hard to see from my
Yeah.
screen, but you're right. It is more gray.
So now we're going to practice making something a color. So I'm going to click on his head. I'm going to come up to the paint bucket this time, and I'm going to pick white.
Oh, you can really tell the difference.
Can you see now the difference? So now I'm going to click on his body, paint bucket, white. Oops, I missed. Body, paint bucket, white. There we go. Okay, so now we have a nice white snowman with no borders. Okay, now we need to start to get our snowman dressing up. So we've rolled the snow. Hopefully it's a nice sticky snow day. Actually, it's almost kind of like that today, isn't it? First thing we're going to add is his nose. So we're going to need a shape for his nose. Now, if I look at my screen here, I still have that little shape button in the toolbar. So I'm going to click on shapes and I'm going to follow the arrow. And this time I'm going to come to the second row and I'm going to pick the triangle.
Okay. I think I know what you're making.
Yeah. So I'm going to click on the triangle. So now I have the little crosshairs. So I'm going to click down on my keyboard and I'm going to pull in one direction. Oh, there it is. So I want a long, skinny carrot, right? So we're going to place them later. So basically, first thing you're going to do is try to get the shape. I'm not going to let go until I've got them just right. I'm going to let go there. There we go. And now I have my carrot. So I can move that around. Here's another trick. I could click and move him with my mouse, or if he's selected, he's got that blue live box around. I can hit. Do
you just want to move it a little bit, Mrs. Cannikins?
If I just want to move it a little bit, I can just hit the up and down arrows.
Yeah.
Can see how it's going really slow. But if I want it to move a little quicker, I can click shift. So shift makes a big jump and It actually used to be the other way around. Did you know that, Miss Nixdorf?
Well,
They
I thought
changed that.
maybe they changed that
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
So now I'm gonna actually turn my carrot. Oh, I'll show you how I did that. So right at the very top of your carrot, anything that you click on, do you notice how there's this little turny button? It looks like a little curvy arrow. I'm gonna turn that so that my carrot kind of looks like he's pointing out the side there now. Now, Mrs. Nixdorf, when was the last time that you saw a gray carrot?
Well, on a bad photocopy.
On a bad photocopy. Well, we don't want to have a bad photocopy nose on this carrot on this snowman. So we're going to click. Now, do you remember, Miss Nixdorf, which icon we used to make something full of color?
I think it's the paint bucket. Am I right?
You are. It's called the fill color, the paint bucket. So we're going to click on that. And I'm going to pick a carrot color. I think I want this one right here.
Nice.
And now I can do two things with this one. I'm going to come back to border color. I could make it transparent, or I could maybe play around a little bit and say,
like
now I'm clicking on the border weight.
Ooh.
And I could maybe make it stand out a little bit more. So you can
Black might be harsh, but maybe a darker orange would look good.
Okay, so you don't like that one. Let's try again. Okay, so I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on, now I'm clicking on the border color, and I'm going to pick an orange. And that's a little darker. Is that what you're thinking, like
well,
that?
I think so. Let's
okay.
See. Oh yeah, I think that looks nice.
Okay. We'll do what Mrs. Nixdorf says. There we go. Okay, so we've got a nose. Now, what do we need on this guy? Well, definitely we need some eyes. And traditionally, Mrs. Nixdorf, do you remember what eyes used to be made of, like in the old days when there wasn't a lot of things around and there's maybe a song?
This is probably older than both of us combined.
Yes.
But I think that the eyes were made of coal. And I think I know that because of the song.
I think from Frosty the Snowman, isn't
You're
it?
Right.
So that's
You're
that's how we know that the snowman's eyes are made of coal. Now, I don't know what black things we'd use.
Maybe
actually, rocks work. When my kids were little, we used to use the colored caps from the milk jug. They were a nice eye size. And then in the spring, I had to pick them all up off the lawn. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to our shapes. This time, we're going to pick another circle again. Miss Nixdorf, do you remember how to get a perfect circle?
Oh, I sure do. This is a great trick I just learned. So we're going to hold the shift key while we drag our circle shape.
Okay, now this time I am going to work smarter. I just made my little circle, and I'm going to go back to my fill bucket, and I'm going to make him a coal black eye right away. Now, instead of drawing a second eye, we already learned a trick about how to save some time here. What do you think, Miss Nixdorf?
Control D. That's a lifesaver.
Okay, Control D, right? And then I can use my mouse or my arrow keys to move that guy into, oops, got to get his eyes kind of right. There we go. So just two round little eyes. Now, oh, guess what I'm going to do next? I'm going to make his mouth out of little rocks. Okay, so we've got two kind of coal size eyes. So again, working smarter, not harder. I'm going to click on my circle again, and I'm going to Control D again. But this time, I'm going to drag him down. I'm going to actually shrink him. So, Mrs. Nixdorf, do you remember how to shrink something?
Oh, this is a tricky one, but I think we do the Control-Alt-J.
Okay, so Control-Alt-J makes it smaller. So now I've got a smaller rock. And now I'm going to Control D a bunch of times.
Woo, look at that.
Look at that. And then I'm going to
start placing them.
Make.
So, Mrs. Cannikins, will you put your mouth together? We've got some new friends who joined us from IF Cox this afternoon. Jace and Ryan, Dylan and Alexa. We're so glad you could join us. And teachers, just remember as we're going along, if you need to pause so your class can catch up, go ahead and hit the pause button and play when you're ready.
I think I need to move that. So now I'm clicking on my little dots and I'm moving them up and down with my arrow keys to get them right into spot. Now, when I made all those duplicates, Control D to duplicate, I thought, oh, those look like good buttons. So I'm going to take a big I, Control D to duplicate. I'm going to pull it down here, And I'm going to make a different color on my buttons. I'm going to give him I think I like red buttons
I
for
was just
Christmas.
going to say the milk jugs are red,
Yeah.
so maybe that's perfect.
Control
The milk
D.
jug lids for his buttons.
And Control D. So I'm going to give him like 3 buttons on there. Okay. All righty. Now, next thing that our snowman needs is some arms. Okay. Now, this is, we're going to do easy arms and arms that are a little bit harder. Okay. So if you're in grade 2 or 3, maybe you do the easy arms. If you've done some Google Slides digital art with Mrs. Cannikins and Mrs. Nixdorf before, maybe you're ready to do the next level. We're going to start with the first level of arms. So what we're going to do is up at the top, we're going to come to the one that looks like a little line. And if we hover over it, it says line. So I'm going to click line. And then on this little select line, I just want like the first one. I just want line. Boop. And then I'm going to draw an arm. Now that arm is really skinny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my line weight. I'm going to make that about a 4.
Perfect.
Oh, actually, I don't think that's enough. Line weight, I'm going to make that a 12. Oh, there we go. A 12. I like that better. Okay. And then I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go line. Now that my line's already selected. So I'm going to make him some fingers, like a stick. Okay. So I'm going to click, I have to click on the line every time to make a new stick. Okay. So then I can come back to my line weight and I can click and make those bigger. Maybe those are a little thinner because they're the branches at the end. Line weight, make it 8. So now I have my stick.
Now that's a funny colored stick you have there, Mrs. Cannikins.
Okay, well, I think you're trying to tell me that it should be brown. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Okay, so we're going to be smarter, not harder. We're going to learn how to group something. Okay. So what I'm going to do is grouping takes a whole bunch of things and puts them together so that they behave like one thing. Now, I don't want my whole picture. So there's 2 ways that we can do that. Right now, I'm going to start my arrow a little bit above the stick and I'm going to pull straight down and then over to the edge. And so now, can you see now on the screen how the blue box is around all of the parts of my stick, but not my snowman?
That's right. So Miss Cannikins didn't pull it down at the start of the stick. She was in the middle of the stick away from her snowball.
I think if I started by the snowman too close, then I would get the body.
Yeah.
So now I've got that blue line all around. I'm going to right click. Oh, I lost it. Okay. Sometimes that happens. So I'm going to start in the middle of kind of above the middle of my stick. I'm going to pull down and toward the side so they all get in the box. Oh, what's going on here?
It's not cooperating today.
Okay. I think I actually have to right click on top of the stick, not on the background. Then I'm going to hit group. Okay. So now watch that. When I move them, they all come together. I think that's what Miss Nixdorf wanted. Now I can come back to my, these are actually lines. They're not shapes. So if I come back to my, I got to select them, get that box around. If I come back to my line color, now I can make them brown. Okay. We're going to use something that we've already learned. So we've grouped our stick. That could be a little tricky. We've grouped the sticks, and if it's too hard, just make one stick that had the ends broken off, right? One stick is fine.
Well, that happens lots.
Yes, lots of snowmans with just no fingers, just stick. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, Miss Nixdorf, do you remember how to duplicate?
Oh, that Control D.
Control D. So now I have 2 sticks. So now I'm gonna drag him over. I can use my arrow key. Shift arrow makes it go faster. Oops, I don't want both of them. I just want one. Shift arrow makes that guy go over there quickly. Now, I could have him. It's kind of like he's dancing, right? But if we don't want him dancing, 2 things that we can do. I can just flip this around with that little curvy arrow and then his whoop, whoop. We got his stick like that. That's one thing. I'm going to undo that. Another thing that we can do is if I right click, I can go rotate. I can say flip. Oop, I wanted flip. I think I got the wrong one. Let's try again. Oh, okay. So I want right click,
Flip.
rotate,
Horizontal.
flip horizontal. Oh, do you see what happened there? Do you know why that happened?
happened?
I just had they got, I wonder how they got ungrouped there. That was odd. Okay, let's move him. I'm going to move him right off my snowman to do this because I'm getting parts of my snowman.
It's going a little
Okay,
crazy
yeah.
today.
So I want the whole thing. There we go. So I want to rotate horizontally.
Well, we could flip it vertically again.
And then I think I have to flip it vertically again. Yeah. Boy, might be more trouble than it's worth.
Never. We're learning as
Rotate,
we're going.
flip vertically. There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
So we can do that, or you can just take him again and you can duplicate him and use the twirly arrow to get him to move over there. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to do something a little bit different that we haven't done yet. Actually, before we do anything else, we are going to take our snowman. And you know how we group the arm? We're going to group him all together.
Oh, good
okay,
idea.
so that his pieces don't fall apart. So I'm going to start in the very top left-hand corner, and I'm going to drag diagonally toward the other corner, the bottom corner. So toward the bottom left, so we get everything. Okay, so I'm going to drag on my touchpad, and now everything's in that box. I'm going to click on his body, right-click on his body, and I'm going to hit group. And now, when I move, look at my snowman's all together.
That's perfect.
So if I wanted to make my snowman bigger or smaller, I could do that. I kind of liked him how he was.
Mrs. Cannikins, I wonder, can you create a snowman family by duplicating him once he's grouped?
You're way ahead of me, but yes, we could also create a snowman family. So if I wanted to Control D and make a snowman baby,
oh, look at that.
I could make a snowman baby. That was going to be my grand finale at the end.
Sorry.
There we go. That's okay.
I rushed you on that.
But maybe he gets different button colors or something like that. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more decoration, but we're going to do it a little different. This time we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to come down to Image, and we're going to choose Stock and Web.
Ooh.
Stock and Web.
This sounds like we're going to be searching for a picture instead of making one.
We are. So there's a whole bunch of things down here. Stock images. Well, you know what? Let's try. No, we're just going to go right down to Google Images. I think that'll be easiest. And I'm going to type snowflake. So then we get a whole bunch of snowflakes, and these are safe for use. They're Creative Commons snowflakes. And so I have to pick a snowflake that I like. I want one. I want one that doesn't have a colored background. So, look at that. So if I click that one, that's a pretty nice one. I'm going to drag from the corner arrows to make that smaller, although it doesn't show up very well. I'm going to leave that one just in case. Oh, what about this one? Oh, that one's pretty nice too.
Well, a variety is okay too.
Oh, because do you know why? Because no two snowflakes are alike.
I was going to say that.
Okay, so those are kind of in the same style or the same family. I kind of like that. Now, if I do this one, do you see the trouble there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, that one has a background. We don't want that one. So I'm going to delete that one. So if you get one, let's try this one. If you get one that has a background, you don't want that. You're gonna delete that one. So try it out. Try to find one that doesn't have a background. Oh, no, this one's black. I wonder. I'm not sure about this, but I wonder if we make that a little smaller, we might be able to make that guy a different color. I'm not sure. Border color, maybe? I'm doubtful, but maybe. No. We could change his color other ways, but we're just going to leave him. So if you don't want a black snowflake, That's okay.
Just delete.
Yeah, just delete. Oh, I already had that guy. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink them a bit, and then I'm going to duplicate some, and I'm going to move them around, and I'm going to put, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 snowflakes, different sizes, all over my sky. So Control D, move them around. Oh, isn't that neat? And look, baby snowman's catching one.
That's really cute.
Okay, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to look for a scarf because the snowman needs a scarf. So the easy way to get a scarf is just to get an image of a scarf. And look at that. They're kind of all around. I wonder how those, look at this red one here. Let's see what happens here.
It matches buttons. Oh my goodness.
But he's got a background. Okay. Oh, that one won't work either. Okay. So what I'm going to do is scarf, and I'm going to type transparent.
Let's see what happens now.
Let's see what happens now. That is it right there. So here's the thing. I've got that scarf, but I got to get it kind of on my snowman better. So I could try the go behind arrow, but that's too much. So what I would need to do, let's just see if there's a different one. What I would need to do is I'm going to right click, and I'm going to click on order, and I'm going to click send backward. But I want to do that. So I'm going to go shift. Here, I want to just go, I don't want to go all the way back. Let's see. I want
control.
No, this one just says control down. Should just go one layer at a time. So I'm going to go control down, 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 down. I'm going to see if I can get them so that, I have to select them first.
Oh, you know what's happening, Mrs. Canikins?
Oh, it's the group because he's grouped.
That's what it is.
Okay, so I'm going to ungroup it just for a second. Usually I do put the scarf on sooner. Yeah. That's why. Okay, so now I'm clicking control down, 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 down. See how his mouth is coming over top of the scarf? Carrots over top. There we go.
Now you've done it.
Okay, so now that's just in there. So if you're in grade 1 or 2 or 3, I wouldn't worry about the scarf. But if you want a challenge and you're in grade 4 or 5, you can try this, getting that scarf in there with a transparent background and grouping him around there so that now look what's going to happen though. I don't want this little snowflake in there when I regroup him. So this gets a little, and I don't want baby snowman in there. I'm going to move him off to the side. Move over, baby. There we go. So I'm going to kind of clear the space around the snowman. And I'm going to go bottom up. Group.
Oh, we missed
what happened?
Things then.
Yes. That was interesting. What? I don't even know what happened there or why that happened.
Oh, that's strange.
Huh. Okay, well, let's just go. Move this, order, send to back. That should almost do it. Okay, now let's get our scarf.
Oh, man, this is.
Oh, now oh, goodness. Okay. Huh. I would have to spend a lot of time getting that scarf just right because somehow when I grouped things. Yeah, okay, so you know what? I'm just going to delete the scarf.
Good solution.
In today, because I want to show you one more thing before we go. That might be the thing we need to do. Better luck scarfing than I had. Okay, so I'm going to move these guys over. A little bizarre. Not sure what happened there. I'm going to group them together so that I just have my snowman again. There we go. He's got one snowflake connected, but that's okay. So I've got mama snowman, baby snowman. Now, the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to figure out how to, maybe we'll do two more things. We're going to make a changed background.
Ooh, I like this.
So, first of all, we're actually going to try, no, we'll just do the background. Okay, so I'm going to click on, I got to make sure that I'm not clicked on like an object. So I don't want a blue box on anything. If I click on the background, the word background should appear in my bar at the top. So if you're not seeing the word background, you got to click on the background and then you should see background. So now I'm going to click background and I could change a color. Let's see. I could go like a purpley color. I kind of like that. Ooh, then my snowflakes still look very nice. So they show up a little bit better. Maybe make some more because they show up so nice. Okay. Or I could do something else. I can also, so I'm going to click on background and then I can also go choose image. And I'm going to go to Google Images and I'm going to say snowy forest background. Okay. And Miss Nixdorf, you can think about where you might want to put your snowman. Oh, look at this one with the road. Let's try that. All right. So we built our snow people right on the road. Now I'm gonna click on the left-hand side on the slide. We call these slide tiles on the very left where they're all in a row. I'm going to go Control Duplicate because I want to try some different backgrounds.
Ooh, good idea.
So I'm going to go background again, and then I'm going to go choose image again. And what should we try this time? Snowy farm.
I was going to say snowy mountain. So let's try that for number 3.
Where's a good farm picture where you might be out? Oh, right out with the cows there. Is that a cow? Oh, horses. Oops, that was embarrassing. Right out with the horses. Well, it was little on my screen there. So maybe we're out in the horse pasture building our snowman with the horses. Okay. And then Miss Nistor, you wanted to try background. What did you want to try?
Snowy mountain.
Snowy mountain.
Do you have an idea? You just.
Well, I was thinking if we put, this one's kind of cartoony. So that might be a neat style.
Ooh, I like it.
There we go. So that one's here. We got to get baby guy over here.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, maybe baby would need, actually, I might change his shape color.
Oh, he's kind of blending in.
He's kind of blending in. So I might actually use that bucket and change him back to a light gray color because maybe he's bad baby snowman and
he's rolling around in the dirty snow.
Yeah. So there we go. Not the yellow snow, just the dirty snow. All right. So there we have how to change backgrounds. Now we're going to do one last thing. And that is we're going to come up to insert and we're going to come down to word art. And we're going to type our name. I'm going to type Mrs. K or whatever you want to call your snow. Okay, well, let's just say Frosty, actually. Or you could type your name. You can ask your teacher whether they want your name or the snowman's name. I'm going to say Frosty. I'm going to put it right up here. But then watch this. This is the great thing about word art. I can pick a color. So I'm going to go fill color. And I'm going to go.
You better pick your favorite color, Mrs.
Oh, I'm going to try neon pink just because that'll show up there. And then I can also, look at this, I can also change the font style. Ooh, I like that one right there. Right? So there's Frosty. Ooh, and then watch this. I'm going to go just because so one more time. Insert, word art. I'm going to say baby Frosty. And I want it on 2 lines. So I'm going to hit, if I want it on 2 lines, I have to hit enter in between. Oh. Shift enter. There we go. Shift enter. There we go. Baby Frosty. I can make that smaller. Whoop. There we go. Move it over here. Oh, that's hard to see, isn't it? Baby Frosty. And let's pick a different font for him to. There we go. There's baby Frosty. Kind of looks like some baby. There we go. So, Mrs. Nixdorf, we have learned a lot of things.
Boy, have we ever.
All right. So we've learned word art, how to make a background, how to make shapes.
How to change the shape size and the layers, moving them up and down, and the colors and the outline of the shapes, how to group objects, and my favorite, how to use keyboard shortcuts like Control+D to duplicate items to make things fast and easy.
So we're gonna just show a few quick things before we sign off. What we would like to know, students, if you have your tab open and you have your form open, we would like to know either what color or what image is in your background, and did you give your snowman a name? That's what we'd like to know from you. Now, for teachers, just so you know, on Friday at the same time, you can join us for fun activities for learning about artificial intelligence. As lots of you know, Mrs. Nixdorf and I want to make sure that everyone knows really good, safe computer skills. Mm-hmm. And so this is going to be a session that's great for probably grades 2 or 3 up to 6 and even above. And if you enjoyed the drawing that we did today in Google Slides and you want to keep practicing those skills, the snowman's probably the easiest one. If you type in bit.ly/capital PRPS and the word co-taught, teachers, if you go there, there's a whole playlist of different videos that we have done over past holiday seasons in sessions just like this. So you could do a gnome, or you could build a reindeer, or you could build a Christmas tree forest with lights, all sorts of great fun things that you could do. So Mrs. Nixdorf, is there anything else? Let's see what we have here.
Well, we're just so glad that our friends from Bow Island and Irvin and IF Cox and Burdett School could join us live today.
Some classes are going for recess.
They have left for recess and have come back. And so that's okay. That's why we do it this way. And you can pause and play as you need. And we look forward to seeing and hearing all about the digital art you've created with us today.
All right. So that's it. You can go back, rewind, pause, do whatever you need. We are so excited that you learned with us today, and we hope to see some of you back on Friday. We know some of your classes are registered. Maybe some more want to register too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.